Our school, Michael Nagar Shikhaniketan, government-sponsored co-ed English medium higher secondary, has taken an excellent initiative in conducting online classes through YouTube channel. Even in this pandemic situation, our school did not step aback in providing and enhancing knowledge to the students. So, it's a request to the viewers, please like, comment and subscribe.
Good morning students. Today we will continue with our chapter 7, movements organized by women, students and the marginal people in 20th century. Now today our topic is armed revolutionary struggle. This armed revolutionary struggle is of the women. Yes. Now the armed revolutionary struggle of the women was different from the non-violent struggles. There were three features and they are as follows. Unlike support received in non-violent struggle, women who participated in armed struggle did it on their own. For the armed struggle, the women, those who participated, they did not get any help from anybody. It was from their own thing, they did this struggle. The second point or the feature is revolutionary societies made no concreted efforts to encourage participation of women. Now, there were many secret societies, revolutionary secret societies. They never encouraged any women to participate in those societies. The women, those who participated in these revolutionary societies, they did themselves. They were not forced to join. It was their own intention to join these revolutionary secret societies. And the second was the spread of education, self-confidence and strength which generated revolutionary spirit among the women. These women, they had the self-confidence. From what they got this self-confidence? From education. This was the main thing. Education is such a thing. If you get it, then you will get to know many things. You will gain your self-confidence also. And all these helped the women to join the revolutionary secret societies and to participate in the armed revolutionary struggle. Now, there were different types of societies and one of them was the Dipali Shango. And this Dipali Shango, it was founded by whom? By Leela Roy or Leela Nag. She was the founder of this society. And where it was founded? It was founded in Dhaka in 1923 and it had branches all over Bengal. It was Dipali Shango was founded in Dhaka though, but it had its branches all over Bengal and it was founded in 1923. And what was the main objective of founding Dipali Shango? It had formed about 15 primary schools, so that these schools, from these schools there would be spread of education among women, especially among women. The second objective of this Dipali Shango was that it tried to free women from the social evils. Our society was and even now is bounded by many type of social evils which acts as a barrier to the progress of the women in the society. And this Dipali Shango, it tried to free women from the social evils. If the women get education, then only they can be freed from these social evils and rouse political and social awareness. This could be generated only education is given to the women. Now, it also not only this Dipali Shango, though it provided education, it also trained women physically. There was physical training, it gave physical exercises, there were classes of physical exercises, there were sword fighting and also lathi welding, means to walk on the, to fight with this lathis. The women, they also did lathi welding, that is these are the sorts of things which was given, with the training of which were given in the Dipali Shango. Now, there were many women who were very great leaders in this armed revolutionary struggle, and one of them is very famous in not only in history of India, but all over the world, and she is Preetilata Vadedar. This lady, she was associated with the Dipali Shango of Dhaka and also of Chhatri Shango of Calcutta. And during the Chittagong Armory raid of 1930, she gave full support. She was associated with whom? With Surya Sen or Master Da. We know Surya Sen as Master Da, and they assassinated whom? Captain Cameron in the Chittagong Armory raid. Now, she also, Preetilata Vadedar, she also took part in the Jhalalad Hill battle, in the battle of Jhalalad Hill, which took place in 1930, and also in the battle of Dal Ghat in 1932. You can imagine how brave lady she was, Preetilata Vadedar. She also, what is her activities in this field? She raided a European club, yes, in Chittagong, and she was arrested. And what she did after being arrested, she did not surrender to the police, she consumed potassium cyanide and she committed suicide. They thought that it is a great honor to die for the freedom of our country. So, you can imagine that how brave lady this Preetilata Vadedar was. Now, like Preetilata Vadedar, another very famous brave lady was Kalpana Datta. She was born in 1913 and died in 1995. With what she was associated? Kalpana Datta, she was associated with Chhatri Shango and also the Indian Republican Army. Her association was with these two, Chhatri Shango and the Indian Republican Army of Chattogram. And what was her accomplishment? She took part in the Chittagong Armory raid. Another was she participated in the civil disobedience movement also, and she was sentenced to lifelong imprisonment, in which case in the dynamite conspiracy case in 1933, and for this she was imprisoned and she was released from the jail in 1939. Another woman who also deserves special mention in our history, her name is Beena Das. Her life period is from 1911 to 1936. She was also a very famous revolutionary and she was also a member of Chhatri Shango. And what is her accomplishment? See, she shot 5 bullets at whom? At Governor Stanley Jackson in 1932. But the attempt she did to shoot Stanley was misfired, and for this she was prosecuted in the court and she was sentenced for 9 years rigorous imprisonment. Yes, these ladies like Prithilata Vadedar, then Kalpana Datta, Beena Das, all these ladies, they deserve special mention in our history because they, without any fear, they took part in the armed revolutionary struggle. Now, we have seen in our previous topic about the role of women in the armed struggle, in the armed revolutionary struggle. Now, we will continue with the nature of students' role. Student also had a very important role in the armed revolutionary struggle. Now, what was the nature of students' role? First, these students, they were influenced by the Russian Revolution, socialism, democracy, imperialism and the revolutionary ideas. These ideas, they were influenced whom? No, the students of India. They were what? Socialism, Russian Revolution, democracy, revolutionary ideas and imperialism. Now, the students who came to join the armed revolutionary societies, they mainly came from the middle class families, not from the upper class or from the lower income groups. They belong to the middle class families. Now, they were also influenced by whom? The secret societies, revolutionary ideals. These influenced the students, the secret societies. Yes, and what was their immediate goal? Why they participated in the armed revolutionary struggle? So that they could free India from the British rule. Now, these revolutionary groups were mainly concentrated in some parts of India, not all over India. In some parts of India only they were concentrated, like in Bengal, Maharashtra, Bihar, United Provinces, that is UP, and in Punjab. In these states only the revolutionary group activities of the students were concentrated. And the student movement of the 20th century, it empowered the freedom movement of India, and in future many eminent politicians, leaders, administrators and ministers had evolved out of these movements. Yes, you will see many politician leaders, administrators who were very much linked up with the student movements of the 20th century.
Subscribe. Click on the bell. Like, comment, share.